She's still undefeated, Sandy Ryan.
Hi, I'm Susie from Women's Fight News, sponsored by Champions Memorabilia, and I'm here today with British boxer Sandy Ryan. So thank you very much for joining me, Sandy, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
So last year, what a great start to your pro career. 3 fights, 3 great wins and some big Matchroom cards.
Yeah.
And I've seen on social media some talk about where you're out next. What can you tell me about that, when you're next out?
March time I'm out.
And I've seen you mention that it's near Derby, so not too far for your fans to go.
I'm sure you'll be able to know where that is.
And if it's the card I think it is, it's going to be a great card. It's going to be a great night.
Yeah, for sure.
Brilliant. And great way to start the year 2022. And I know that Matchroom, I've seen some tweets from them saying they're hopeful to, get you progressed this year and hopefully end the year with like a world title.
Yeah, it's exciting. I believe it's going to be like my best year yet in my career. So yeah, I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to it.
So I'd like to go over some of the fights last year because they were pretty great for you. Your debut against Kirsty Bavington in Eddie's Garden. What a great debut venue.
Yeah, it was actually amazing. You won't think that we was in a garden if you were there. Like it was good.
Yeah, I went to the last night there, and what an atmosphere. It was like a real sort of festival.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was great. It's great.
How was that fight for you with Kirsty?
It was good. It was very good for my first professional fight. It got me. I'd done 6 rounds, so got me the rounds in, and yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole thing, kicking off my pro career, and with a decent opponent as well.
Yeah, she's gone on then to beat April, hasn't she? April Hunter.
Yeah, she's doing well at the minute.
It's a really good, solid opponent for your debut. And then, not holding back, next fight, go out to Italy and make a statement with a massive KO body shot that everyone loves.
Yeah, that's what I wanted, and that's what I needed. And like I say, in pro boxing, like I realise now that people want to see knockouts, and so yeah, that's my intentions.
And do you like is it your thing, a body shot? You love a body shot?
Yeah, I've always worked on like going to the body. Like you don't really see many women go to the body, and there's not many women that can take a body shot. So yeah, I'll just be taking full advantage of it.
Your trainer was great, wasn't he, in the corner? Was it to go medieval?
Let's go medieval on this pitch now. Everyone goes on about that now. It's great. I'm actually going to get some t-shirts done.
Oh yeah,
and that's saying on the back.
Yeah, they're brilliant. It's classic. And then follow up with that KO.
Exactly, yeah.
And then obviously again another big fight in Manchester for your last fight. Putting the pressure on and stopping the fighter. That was what a great reception you had in Manchester.
Yeah, it was good. Like a lot of people from Derby came. There was I don't know the exact numbers, but I had like a little crowd coming along. So it's nice that my family and friends could come live and watch me, and just keep like building the fan base really for each fight as I go along.
And I loved your entrance with the Squid Games. I thought that was really good because it's like quite sort of intimidating.
Yeah, like when I was watching the Squid Games, I just thought of the idea straight away, and then I had it in my head. I didn't say anything. I thought, I hope nobody does it, but a few people done it. I thought, forget it. I'm still gonna do it, and a lot of people said they enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm thinking of what to do next.
Yeah, because now you set the standard. That's it.
I know. You got to keep it going now. What mask next?
And I feel like what's good about your fights, I feel like you've shown different skills, like all the different fights. Like you're showing that you're not just sort of like, you know, got one skill or one type of way of fighting. I feel like you fought almost differently in like every fight and shown different skills.
That's what I mean. Like, and when people come up to fight me, they don't know like what I'm going to do, because with me and Cliff in my corner, how he wants me to box, he can change it halfway for a fight and be like, right, now I want you to do this, or go on your back foot, or take it to the girl. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's a good asset, or whatever you call it, to have, that I can mix it up and box or fight. So
you seem like you've got like a really great relationship. Like if he says to you to change it up, you'll change it up and you'll trust what he's saying.
Yeah, like if you're listening to the fight in all of the fights, but like especially in my last fight, you see it will say what shot to throw. I just throw it instantly, and I don't know, I think because obviously when I first started boxing, I started with Cliff, and then obviously I've gone into GB, and then always come back to One Nation to Cliff. So we have that. It's trust. I think it's a lot of trust. So when he tells me to throw a shot, I will just do it instantly. Like any shot that he throws me, I do it. It's you see it more in the gym when I'm sparring, because he does it a lot then. But you've seen it a lot in the last fight, which was nice.
That's great. It's great. It's nice to see that nice relationship.
Yeah.
And also another thing that you're getting a little bit known for, which I think is a great thing, is your sort of heated sort of weigh-ins, your head-to-heads, where there's a little bit, you know, you had a bit of pushing with Kirsty, and obviously your last fight you didn't shake hands with the opponent, and you know, the head-to-head. So why do you think that is? Is that because you want to? It's almost like your sort of persona, your sort of mind games for a fight, or just because you're just so focused, you're in the fight zone?
Yeah, like people say that it's disrespectful, but I just feel like, you know, fight week, like I had this kind of switch, and especially, I don't know, like I'm just in fight mode, and you know when you weigh in, like the fight's on. So until we fought, like you'll see in all of my fights, until I fought, then I shake the girl's hand. I'm respectful. Like you see it in my fights, but once we've weighed in, like the fight's on, like we're ready to fight. And no matter who my opponent is, what they've done, what their record is, they're still going in there trying to punch me up. So I don't want to show them any respect before I get in, especially after the weigh-in, and then we fight, shake hands after.
And that's fair enough, as you know, because if you want to get into that mindset of, you know, you want to knock them out, then I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. Like there's nothing else to it other than that. It's just the way I am fight week.
But it's great. It's great for us fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Bit of entertainment. In terms of future opponents, who would you like to fight? Who do you see sort of on your radar?
As the fights go on, anyone who's got titles, to be fair. Right now, I want to fight anyone in the top 10, and that's what my team are looking at. So, yeah, we are offered Bustos. I believe that they don't want the fight, so we have to look at anyone else in the top 10.
Yeah, Bustos would have been a great fight for you.
Yeah, like she's well up there, isn't she? She's gone the distance with Katie, and I think her last fight or the fight before, she was meant to fight Jessica McCaskill for the unified welterweight. So, but then she didn't want to take the fight against me, which I don't know. So we're just looking at someone else.
I think that's the trouble when you almost look too good with your KOs and things. You might get a few people ducking.
Yeah, well, that's why we need to get them titles sooner rather than later. So otherwise, we don't want them people ducking us either.
And obviously, I've got to touch on the Rick Ramos situation because there's been a bit of backwards and forwards on Twitter. So basically, he's just trying to sort of stir the pot, isn't he, to try and get some interest in a fight with you for summer. But obviously, you're saying, well, forget summer, I want Jessica.
Yeah, because that was my intentions when I replied to his tweet. Then when he come back with summer, like, because I don't follow him on social media, like I had to YouTube summer to see who it was and watch her. And then when he said she'll give me problems, like, I laughed because I feel like that she couldn't give me problems, and then that's when it just started. But yeah, if he did really want her to fight me, could have been made, but he would just be throwing her in fire, like, if that was the case. So yeah,
he was saying he would let her fight you at 147. So would you consider that down the line, or?
I said to my manager and Cliff, I said, yeah, make the fight. I'll fight her anyway. So there's no excuses on my end. But they want me to go to the 140 path. So then I said to them, let her come in at 147 or 150, whatever weight she wants to come in at. I will come in at 143. Make the fight. But he was just going, I don't know the ins and outs, but there's too many complications that he wanted from Matchroom to make the fight. So it's just not going to happen. Do you know what I mean? But it's not my end. I will fight her anyway. She could come in at 155 if she wanted. And I'll come in at 143, 140, whatever. But it's not going to happen. He's just chatting a lot of...
He's quite good at trying to create some sort of beef or create some sort of drama to try and make those fights, isn't he? Because I think he's always said that's what he did to get McCaskill the fight with against Taylor the first time.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that because obviously I didn't really know him because I don't follow him. So I didn't know that. But then after him tweeting me, I could imagine, and people saying that, I could imagine that's what he does. But I imagine he's a trainer and a manager and you're tweeting other fighters, like, come on now. Do you know what I mean?
In terms of weight, when you're looking to get a world title, what weight do you think you want to be at? Is it junior lightweight or is it welterweight? You'd rather, in an ideal world, fight for a world title? Because obviously then you're looking at either the winner of Kaylee Reese versus Cameron, or you're looking at Jessica McCaskill. Who would you rather?
We want to go down the 140 route first, super light. So it will be whoever's holding the belts at that weight, Chantal or Kaylee Reese. So yeah, we want to go down that route first, and then move up to Walter.
And in terms of, I know you're a big Derby County football fan, and I've heard you talk about wanting to fight in Derby. Would that be, I was going to ask you what your dream fight location is, but based on what you've said on social media and your love of Derby, I'm presuming that would be your dream location to fight.
Yeah, definitely. A big show in Derby, that would be great. I don't think that is possible until I'm holding a world title. But yeah, that would be a goal for me. And for the Derby people, they're always going on about it, and the support that I get from Derby, it would be nice to bring something back to Derby. Do you know what I mean?
That'd be great, wouldn't it? World title fight in Derby.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And in terms of, because obviously you've been boxing for a long time, you've had an amazing amateur career, got gold at Commonwealth, so you've been around the boxing scene for a long time. Who's inspired you along the way? Any sort of fighters, past or present?
I got this question asked in my last interview. It's like, there's a lot of fighters that inspire me, but like starting off, it was my older brother. Obviously he was a fighter, he was a professional, and then as I was getting into it, he was in his career. So yeah, I'd say my brother, he was my inspiration when I started.
Nice answer.
Yeah, thanks.
And I wanted to finish off with just a bit of fun and having like a quick fire questions. So I'll say
go
one
on.
or the other, and if you say quickly what you think the answer. So I'll just start off with
Yeah, go
some nice gentle ones. So tea or coffee?
Coffee.
Chinese or Indian?
Ooh. India.
Night in or night out?
Night in.
Madison Square Gardens or Vegas?
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
Vegas.
Usyk or Joshua?
Oh my god. I don't know. Sorry, on the fence with that one.
Okay, so I was going to be dependent on the answer to my next one, so I'll ask both. So Usyk or Fury?
Fury.
And Joshua or Fury? It's a tough one.
Yeah, bit on the fence, but Fury at the minute.
Serrano or Taylor?
I was on the fence on my last question in this. My last interview, sorry. I'm on the fence. I'm not calling.
And I was going to ask the outcome of this one, Sandy Ryan or Jessica McCaskill?
Sandy Ryan.
By what method?
What's that?
By what method? Points or knockout?
Clean KO.
Brilliant. That's great. Well, thank you so much for doing the interview. It's been great to chat to you,
No worries.
and I'm looking forward to seeing you out in March.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And hopefully one day in Derby with your world titles.
Definitely. Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit like. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content, and why not check out any other videos on the channel. You can follow Women's Fight News on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.